All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. In this video, we're talking about chapter 4.3. We're going to be doing a couple of important skills, things that will definitely come up again and again in your math careers here, and that is factoring. So by the end of this series of videos, you're going to be able to factor a quadratic where the a is equal to 1. You're going to be able to factor the special quadratics like difference of squares and perfect square trinomials. And you're also going to be able to find the zeros of a quadratic function. So let's talk about factoring binomials first of all. So we have looked at in the past multiplying binomials. And that would be problems like this, where we need to multiply these two things together. And what we have said is that we distribute the everything in the first term by everything in the second. So we get x squared, and then this is x times b, so that's plus bx. And then this is plus ax, right? A times x. And then this one is a times b. So notice that I'm doing a general case here without the numbers in, so we can kind of like look at some patterns. Because what comes up when we do this, these two terms are the same, which means we can add the a and the b together, plus a plus b x plus ab, is that there's a pattern here for how these things multiply. Notice that this second term is created by adding the a and the b. This third term is created by multiplying the a and the b. So when we are factoring, we're doing this process in reverse, right? So we can use this as this pattern as a way to factor a quadratic, meaning taking something that is in this standard form and making it look like this two binomials, or what we learned in the last section, as intercept form. Okay? And all we need to do this is find the two numbers that multiply to be the third term and add to be the second term. So for each of these that we're going to do, there's going to be a set of numbers that multiply to be the third term and add to be the second term, right? That's the mantra here. Multiply to be the third term, add to be the second term. So let's look at some examples. X squared plus 8x plus 7. We want to turn this into the factored form, or the intercept form. And so we're going to start here with, this is definitely going to be x times x, because x times x is x squared. Now we're looking for things, two numbers, that multiply to be 7 and add to be 8. Now my suggestion is if you don't see it right away, just make a list of everything that multiplies to be positive 7. In this case, we have 7 times 1 and 1 times 7. And as it turns out here, actually I should say negative 1 times negative 7 also does work. So negative 1 times negative 7 makes positive 7, but does not add to be positive 8. What we need here is this one, which adds to be 8. So here is our factored form. Now I know this is correct because x times x is x squared. 1x plus 7x is 8x, and 1 times 7 is 7. So these are the factored form of that, and we can go back and forth. Let's see this one here. Again, what multiplies to be negative 63 and adds to be positive 2. If you don't see it right away, make a list. Make a list of everything that multiplies to be 63. There's negative 63 and 1, and negative 1 and 63. Clearly these are not it because they don't add to be 2. Right? What else multiplies here? 9 and 7. We have negative 9 times 7, and we have negative 7 times 9. What about these ones? Well, take a look. This one right here, negative 7 positive 9, multiplies to be negative 63 and adds to be positive 2, which means my factored solution is x minus 7, x plus 9. Let's do the next one. Multiplies to be 24, adds to be negative 11. Make a list of everything that multiplies to be 24. Let's see here. We've got 4 and 8. It's not 4 and 8. Sorry, 3 and 8. And negative 3 and negative 8. We have 6 and 4, negative 6 and negative 4. We have 12 and 2 and negative 12 and negative 2. Notice that there's a lot of these ones. Okay, but which one of them adds to be negative 11? And that would be this one right here, the second one we wrote down. Negative 3 times negative 8 makes positive 24. Negative 3 plus negative 8 makes negative 11. So my factored form is x minus 3, x minus 8. Finally, the last one, again, let's multiply to be negative 48 and add to be 2. Let's see here. We've got 12 and we've got negative 12 and 4 and negative 4 and 12. That doesn't add to be 2. What else have we got here? We've got negative 6 and 8 and negative 8 and 6. And it looks like we found it right here. Right? Negative 6 times 8 is negative 48. Negative 6 plus 8 is positive 2. So this is x minus 6 and x plus 8. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a couple of practice problems back for you on your notes. So go check those out, and then we'll check our solutions in the next video. So we'll see you in a couple minutes.